And after over 25 years in the game, man, you got over a dozen albums. I mean, what do you feel like, or how do you feel like the game has changed?
Raider Nation, this your boy, Angry Fucking Raider, and welcome to the Angry Raider Show. I'm your host, Angry Fucking Raider. First and foremost, I would like to give my condolences and a moment of silence to old man Willie Brown. Great Raider, great coach, great front office personnel, just an overall good man, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the opportunity to ever meet Willie Brown, and I never had the opportunity to see him play when he was playing, you know what I'm saying, for the Raiders. I've seen highlights and stuff. I mean, I'm not that old, you know what I mean? But, just knowing my history and knowing the great Raiders that played before my generation came up to loving the Raiders. You know what I mean? I caught highlights, stats, he was one of the greatest, corners to ever do it. So, definitely wanted to, give my condolences to his family and just, have a quick moment of silence for him. All right, we back. Miss your old man Willie. So the Raiders played the Houston Texans in Houston. Afternoon game. Everybody asked my thoughts and opinion. I was gonna do this video after the game, but I was chilling. I had some shit I had to do, so I thought this would be the best time for me to interact with you guys and definitely, dive into what I think, in my opinion, of why the Raiders basically just gave this fucking game away, if you ask me. First and foremost, I haven't caught nobody blog, so I don't really know what everybody's, opinion is on the game, but I'm definitely going to catch a couple of people's blogs today. But just me overall looking at the game, my first thought on just this whole 49-day road trip we done had, you know what I'm saying? And we done played some of the elite teams in the NFL. I'm okay with the 3-4 record. I feel like 2 games we let get away. I feel like our record could be a lot different. But, for a team that nobody knew what they were going to get in year 2 under John Gruden, and we were rebuilding, and it's just a lot going into this process. And I told y'all a long time ago, you gotta believe in the process. It's a process, you know what I'm saying? You can't build some shit in one day, you know what I mean? You can, but I don't know how sturdy that bitch gonna be, you know what I mean? So I'm cool with the direction that the team is going so far. We're still, what's this, 8th week? We're 3-4. We're below 500 still. But I just feel like we're going to win some more games. You know what I'm saying? Playoffs, we're still in the hunt, but I don't look too far past the tree. You know what I'm saying? I'm not totally sold on us making the playoffs and looking at this team and saying, yeah, after 8 weeks, this is a playoff team. It's too many inconsistencies. There's too much shit going on one side of the ball more than the other, and it's not playing complementary football. You understand what I'm saying? It's just not meshing all the way in all 3 phases. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest issue I have is the growth of Paul Guenther's scheme. From the time Gruden got there, Guenther's been there. Systems were installed at the same time. I understand that we have more invested in the offense. I think it's like 75% of our salary is in offense, in the offensive players versus the defensive players. But I feel like our defense is, well, on paper, is better than what it was last year as far as talent-wise go. The issue I have is not the scheme, but how Paul Gunther does not adjust well to the players that he has for the scheme that he's trying to run. Meaning he's got this complex scheme in, but he has the wrong players, you know what I'm saying, to accommodate that scheme. And he doesn't know how to tweak his defense to accommodate the players that are in the scheme, or the players that he has inherited due to draft and due to, whatever, you know what I mean? My thing is, if John Gruden, and like I said, I know that the offense, we have more invested in the offense than defense, but if John Gruden can take, a little above average players as far as on the specialty side go, like our receivers are above average. They're not the best, but they're above average. You know what I'm saying? Our running back is legit. He's definitely elite as of now. Our quarterback, I'm probably gonna get stabbed again for this, but I feel Carr, I don't feel like he's reached the elite level yet. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like 15th or 16th best quarterback in the league. I don't know. You don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I seen once upon a time this year. But as far as Carr and the system, definitely, you know what I'm saying, he understands Ruten's system, and I think the system fits him. So, my verdict on Carr is always going to be, the it factor, never their athletic ability or the person. It's just the it factor with me. I know I'm going to get stabbed for that, but that's still just my belief, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we lost the game because of Carr. He played solid today, he can't help that motherfuckers can't catch for some apparent reason today. And I think he only threw like 2 bad passes, if I ain't mistaken. He overthrew Davis, and I think he threw that inconsistent pass when the linebacker jumped Waller on the out route. Other than that, you know what I'm saying, he was pretty much solid. I think it was like 18 for 30 for like 279, 2 tubs. So, he was solid. He did enough to win the game. I don't feel like, he could have did anything more in this game, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, you can't blame Carr for drop passes. But like I was saying, to get back on what I felt like the inconsistency of the game was how John Gruden can take those players on his offense and play to their ability without a lot of elite talent in the right position. Our offensive line is solid, you know what I'm saying? All the way across, even backup, solid, you know what I'm saying? But he took a damn near dead last team in offense and made him into, I think they're like in the top 10 in offense, if I ain't mistaken, because we're behind the game, so we're in the top 10, you know what I'm saying? And the jump from year 1 to year 2 is on pace. Like I said, I understand that we have more invested in the offense, but the defense, the defense is just very, very inconsistent and just is not playing. They're not playing like they're not playing like they're not thinking. They're thinking and not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not flying around enough for me, and the secondary looks confused. Our defensive line played good today, but that was against a weak-ass offensive line. You know what I'm saying? The Texans line is not solid like that, you know what I mean? And you see what happens when we play against a solid offensive line. We can't accumulate no pressure. I think a lot of that has to do with the rotation of the defensive linemen. I always say that, that part needs to be left the fuck alone. and put your core people in so that way they can fucking be able to get in a rhythm and, you know what I'm saying, get after the quarterback. Our run defense is solid, you know what I'm saying, spite, I think it was the Vikings game where it was kind of just all out of fucking place. But for the most part, our run defense is pretty much solid. Paul Gunther, to me, was good with that system in Cincinnati because he had that defense already built for him when he took over at defensive coordinator in Cincinnati. Coming to a Raiders team that had nowhere near as many pieces as Cincinnati had in their defense before they broke all that shit up, he still tried to implement that defense, and they drafted for his defense. But the defensive scheme is not bad, like I said. He just can't get the players to play to their ability because his defense is too complex, supposedly. And to me, it's like, okay, if your defense is too complex, then obviously your fucking players don't get it. And you need to tweak the shit accordingly to your defensive personnel so that way you can be able to run certain plays. You have people in the wrong places, for one. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why motherfuckers can't see that. And I'm like, you know, you're hurting at a lot of spots still on defense, but we shouldn't be at bottom in defense. We should be at least 15, you know, high 20s, high mid-teens, you know what I'm saying? We should be up in that pack. We should be improving, maybe not elite, but improving, you know what I'm saying? We're still right there at the bottom. And that is, we improved on the run, and I think we weren't that bad at the run last year. We was bad, but I don't think it was that bad. But we done got better in the run, you know what I'm saying? I think we're in the top in run defense, but after that, the secondary is just 10 times worse than it was last year, damn near. And the linebackers is still the same. Nothing has changed. And I understand that, you know, everything is invested in the offense, but still, I still would have liked to see some type of improvement on defense and not still see the same inconsistencies that I'm seeing. Like I said, Paul Gunther, that's the problem I'm having with Paul. That's what I seen today, minus the drops, minus the penalties that really killed us. We can't stop nobody. You know what I'm saying? We can't stop nobody. Critical downs, we can't stop nobody. You know, I see some people still giving our defense a pass, but, you know, I don't see no improvement. I needed to see, you know, year one was okay, we don't know what the fuck we got. We got to at least wait till year two, we get acquire some more players, and then we can make a little jump. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? And here goes the same similar situation we were in a while back when we had Ken Norton Jr. and he tried to bring that Seattle shit, and him and fucking Jack Del Rio were best friends, and Jack didn't want to fire him until it was too fucking late when we went 6-10 the year he fired him. And the same thing is here in Oakland again, where you got Paul Gunther and Mike Mayock and Gruden, all them homeboys and shit, and they kind of looking at, you know, Mayock and Gruden kind of looking at each other like, man, you know, and Paul is just, you know, if you look at his press conferences, it's like the motherfucker's just all over the place to me, you know what I'm saying? And he gives these long, drawn-out fucking answers, and I'm just like, bro, your shit sucks. You know what I'm saying? Your scheme is straight, but the personnel with the scheme sucks. And you ain't adjusting to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I understand Vontaze Burfict got suspended, and I understand that, you know, he gets us in and out plays, but I don't think Tahir Whitehead is too far from behind. You know what I'm saying? Vontez Burfict. You know what I'm saying? As far as knowing the scheme and knowing this, he's been in the shit. This is his second year. He's not a dumb guy. He looks, pretty intelligent. So I'm pretty sure the play calling and getting in and out of plays isn't the problem. The problem is, for one, you need to keep a set defensive line in. You need to keep a set defense line in. You need to keep Max Crosby at a defensive end. You need to put Hankins at a defensive tackle like you had. Keep P.J. Hall in, because at one point I wasn't feeling it, but now I'm looking at P.J. Hall. He's producing better than Mo Hurst, and you need to keep fucking Mayola in the game. Is it Mayola? Yeah, Mayola in the game, because of the simple fact that he got 5 sacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gets to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Josh Morrow is okay on rundowns. Stop putting him in the fucking game like he's gonna get a sack, 2 sacks, 3. He's not. He's not getting shit. Not even getting to the fucking quarterback. So stop that dumb shit right there. You can eliminate that. Clint Farrell, he's not a defensive tackle. I don't give a fuck what he did at Clemson. That's Clemson. This is Oakland. This is 2 different motherfucking entities, baby. This is the National Football League, where it's nothing but great athletes, and that's college, where you have a team full of great athletes. Might be playing a team full of goddamn just good athletes, but just not as good as those elite teams. You know what I'm saying? Which, like, Clemson is. So you can't be rotating him all down the line and shit, trying to figure out what he good at. Like, man, fuck that. You draft him to be a defensive end. Keep him at defensive end. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to start because he's not producing there neither. But, I mean, shit, we can't really see what he can do because you got him dropping back in coverage. You got him fucking rushing at defensive tackle, nose guard, the fucking defensive end on the right, the left. The nigga don't know what to do. He confused out there. It's too much. It's too much. You got to sometimes slow roll people in. You know what I'm saying? He could be high character all day, but, I mean, that still doesn't mean he going to come in and give us what we need. And I just feel like, it's too much going on with him, and you're not using him right. You know what I'm saying? Defensive end is where he's supposed to be. That's his natural position. That's where he'd be at. He'd be coming off the bench when motherfucker need a breather. Him and Arden Key, because I don't know what Arden Key doing, but him and Arden Key would be the 2 motherfuckers coming off the bench when motherfucker need a breather at defensive end. Your linebackers. Tahir Whitehead is not a 3-down linebacker. It's not a 3-down linebacker, man. He's not a 3-down linebacker. I don't know how much more I got to keep saying, but he's not a fucking 3-down linebacker. He's good at run defense, but pass coverage, no way. He's not covering no back. He's not going to fucking shadow no speedy ass quarterbacks. You got him fucking, I don't know what he's doing out there when pass coverage happens. The motherfucker just be lost. You know what I'm saying? In the sauce. I don't know what y'all paying attention to, but what I see is a good tackler. He's like, what was the guy we had back in the day? Nick Roach. You know what I'm saying? Great fucking tackler, but couldn't cover worse shit. Same thing. You got Morrow in, who was a safety in college, who should be able to cover, but he seemed to be having a little trouble in the covering scheme, but he's a little better than Tahir Whitehead as far as that aspect go. You need to put Dakota Allen in. I keep saying that, and I'm going to keep rooting for the dude. You need to put him in and see what we got. Or you need to go get a linebacker, straight up. One of the fucking 2. You need to go get a veteran linebacker, man. Somebody who can cover, somebody who can, you know what I'm saying? You might can't do it this year, might have to wait till next year, but you need to get a linebacker. You need to get a corner. You know what I'm saying? You need to get another corner, man. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know what I'm saying? The secondary is so fucked up right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if Jonathan Abram was playing, I still think our secondary would still be a little fucked up. I think as far as him being back there, it would have been a big help. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a rangy safety. He likes to hit shit like that. But I mean, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, that would have mattered too much because of the secondary. You got, you just traded away Conley. got Mullen in the game. Mullen looked okay. Lawson looked okay. You know what I'm saying? If I had to choose one of the two, I'm going to go with Mullen on the outside. I'm going to go with, you know what I'm saying, Worley on the other corner. And I'm going to have to fucking take I'm either trading fucking Joyner, because right now that's looking like a bad pickup. And I think it's because he just don't have the it factor at that position anymore. I feel like should go right back to his natural spot, which he thrived in, which was safety, and get Eric Harris out of there because I don't trust him back there. You know, he's okay for a breather, you know what I'm saying, but he's not a starting corner, you know what I'm saying? He looks lost out there from time to time, and I feel like that you should just rotate Joyner back to safety, keep Carl back there, and put Lawson, or go get you a corner or something. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do something with that. You know what I'm saying? He is getting toasted at the nickel. He's getting toasted. He is getting toasted. Good tackler, but he's getting toasted. He is getting toasted, man. And that is what's been killing us. As well as, you know, Carl Joseph can't cover tight ends, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't cover tight ends. It's confusion. It's confusing as fuck in the secondary. And that's the biggest thing I'm seeing is big plays, and we can't stop nobody when we need to. Motherfucker, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, motherfuckers getting these shits. You know what I'm saying? We can't stop nobody. And once again, you know, I'm not blaming all on Paul, and I'm not blaming it all on the players because it's a collective effort, but Paul is not putting his fucking players in the best position to be successful. And if y'all don't see that shit, I don't know what else there to see. And it's just crazy to me that we don't have no defense again. It didn't get better. It's the same shit we had last year and the year after that when we had Ken Norton Jr. and the year after that. And, you know, it's just bad, man. It's bad, man, on defense. And I don't know what they're going to do before the trade deadline. I think it's, Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't go get a defensive lineman. Me personally, I like Leonard Williams. I damn sure don't want Vic Beasley. I don't know if I'm gonna get a defensive lineman. I'm pretty cool with the young guys. I mean, you know, they do what they could do. You might need a veteran, but I mean, I don't know. I'm still kind of up in the air on a defensive lineman trade, but definitely secondary and definitely linebacker. Definitely, man. You got to, dog, because it's bad once you get past. And I know, you know, pass rush and coverage go hand in hand. But, I mean, the defensive line was getting pressure today. And I know, you know, a lot of plays, some plays was broken down plays. And, you know what I'm saying, you only can cover a receiver for so long. But it's just the inconsistency on defense is what I'm talking about. This is the second week we done seen it. And, you know, it's bad. It's bad, man. And if we don't get that fixed, you know, we're going to have a long, long year. If offense don't put up 30+, we pretty much fucked, you know what I'm saying? Because our offense is built around, you know what I'm saying, time management and controlling the tempo of the game. And we run so much time off the clock. When we do get in a shootout, we don't really have the offense for a shootout. And we damn sure don't have a defense that can get a stop or two so we can, you know what I'm saying, go down the field and take up some of the clock and score. And we only had 3 possessions the second half because defense couldn't do shit. Defense couldn't stop nobody, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't stop nobody. And the Houston Texans offense is pretty much like our offense, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. And I just feel like that they're going to have to make a change at defensive coordinator. And before you start drafting more fucking players, and Paul can't seem to adjust to his players. You know what I'm saying? Unless they, you know what I'm saying, setting every fucking level of the defense. You know what I'm saying? His defensive scheme is just not going to work. You know what I mean? And Do we give Paul another year? Do we fire Paul? You know what I'm saying? I know Paul don't make tackles and he don't get interceptions. I'm just saying I haven't seen no improvement from year 1 to year 2. So that makes me real fucking scared of year 3. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because by year 2, this year right now, even though nobody gave us a chance, we still should be high 20s, 15 down, you know what I'm saying, in defense, you know what I mean, and we're not. Now, run defense has improved, but, you know what I'm saying, we wasn't that bad in run defense last year. I mean, we wasn't great, but I think we're 10 times better in that area than we were last year. But the secondary and the linebackers are just, it's bad, man, and I don't really know what to do at this point with Paul. You know what I mean? I don't know if we should give him another chance because, like I said, I'm scared of year 3, or should we just let him go and be looking for a defensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying, year 3, and just start a whole another defensive scheme and get some players for that scheme. I feel like we wasn't gonna even get Paul Gunther at first, but we couldn't get no defensive coordinator, so Paul was the next best thing. Just my personal opinion. I don't think that was John Gruden's main man he was going to get, but you know, he was the next best thing, and he lost out on who he was trying to get. I don't know if do John Gruden, brother, he's an offensive coordinator. He doesn't do defense and nothing like that. But I know he's gonna be on our team next year. I know that for a fact. That just makes too much sense. If it don't happen, then it's probably just because we predicted it and they just want to make it look like we were wrong when we probably was right all the time. They just wanted to play that game. But I feel like he's gonna be on our team. But I think he's like an offensive coordinator, so I don't know if that's gonna help. That ain't gonna help defense at all. Because I don't think he fucks with the defense. I don't know his brother well like that. I thought he was an offensive coordinator at Washington, but I could be wrong. But we're going to have to bring somebody in, man. We're going to have to bring somebody in. Because I just think Paul ain't going to get it done, baby. Paul ain't going to get it done. He not going to get it done. But overall, man, you know, we gave that game away. Penalties killed us like they do every fucking year. I don't understand why we just can't get that shit cleaned up. But then again, you know, we are the Raiders, and I know that, you know, we're not going to get those calls. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I take the good with the bad with that shit. But, you know, we gave it away, and we're sitting at 3-4. Kansas City lost, Denver lost, the Chargers won. So they are sitting at 3-5. We're half a game ahead of them or some shit like that. So we're sitting at 3-4, and Kansas City is at 5-3 if I ain't mistaken. So if we can go on a little winning streak and hope Kansas City lose a couple games and San Diego lose a couple games, you know, we still have a shot, but with the defense, like I said, being so inconsistent, to me, really wouldn't matter, you know what I'm saying? But Rodney Hudson got hurt also. Hope he's okay. I haven't checked into that today, see what kind of injury he got, but I hope it's not for a long period of time. But the guy that filled in, I don't know his name. You got to excuse the Raider Nation when it comes to the names of the Raiders because we rotate so many motherfucking players. You know what I'm saying? I told you it's like a motherfucking temp service over here in Raider land. You know what I mean? We just be getting players, releasing players. You don't know, can't never keep up with a motherfucker. That's why I don't really buy too many jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I like the player, but goddamn, you know, motherfucker play for one year or goddamn off season and we ain't got him no more. You know? Saying so, you know, I don't really buy too many jerseys, but you know, the dude came in, you know what I'm saying, at center, he did his thing, you know what I mean, he did his thing, so, you know, shout outs to him, shout out to Coach Cable, man, for, you see, we critiqued Coach Cable for so long last year, we buried his ass, wanted him out of there, you know, turned the fucking offensive line to a motherfucking, to a beast, you know what I'm saying, so that's what I'm saying. Play to your players. You know what I'm saying? Put your players in good situations to be successful. You know what I mean? If he had came out with whatever he was doing last year and he didn't tweak it a little bit and he tried to implement the same shit, which I'm pretty sure most of it is, but I'm pretty sure some tweaks here and there, then, you know what I'm saying, he would have been the fuck up out of here, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he got all his fucking players ready to play. Anybody to go down in the offensive line, I'm good with the next nigga coming up because I know he's going to ball. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line is solid. But, yeah, man, you know, we lost heartbreaker, man, hurt, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm going to get up out of here. It's been 30 minutes. I just wanted to give y'all a lengthy, nice little blog because I didn't blog, you know what I'm saying, about everything that happened during the week. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, like I said, we make some noise before the trade deadline, but then again, I don't know. Also, announcement, and I'm going to get up out of here. If you're going to be at the last home game in Oakland, I'll be there. I think it's December 15th. I'll be in Oakland. I'm flying out on the 14th, so I'll be there. I think it's like an 8-hour flight. I got a layover in, actually, I got a straight direct. To Oakland. Let me know in the comments any good places to stay close to the stadium, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, little restaurants or by the airport or whatever the case may be. I want to catch the BART, I think that's what you call it, to the game. So let me know in the comments if you have, you know, for my subscribers over there on the West Coast that attend the Raider games, let me know, you know, with some good, you know, places to stay or areas to stay in or whatever the case may be. So I want to get the full experience of the, you know what I'm saying, of Oakland and you know what I'm saying, the game. You know, I want to catch the BART. I want to do all of that. You know what I mean? I want to tell me the good lots to go to as far as tailgating. I know we out there deep, so I'm pretty sure every spot is popping. But tell me the best spots if you know. And if you out there, man, you see me out there. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me, man. Chop it up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably try to do little blogs out there while I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife will go out there. She's taking me out there for Christmas. So that was her gift to me. She said she wanted to surprise me, but you know what I'm saying? It's too hard to sneak some Raider shit in on me. I know. But yeah, I'll be out there December 15th, last home game, my first game on the West Coast. I've been to a lot of games on the East because that's where I live. That's where I'm from. But definitely be out there on the West Coast, so I can't wait for that to happen. Ain't got too much longer, and hopefully I see y'all out there. But yeah, put down in the comments, man. Let me know. I appreciate the subscribers. My shit is jumping, you know what I'm saying, daily, and we should keep trying to grow this channel. You know, share the video, whatever. You know I ain't the, you know, got all the correct answers, but you know we try to go, you know, legit here. We try to just, you know, go off the fly, you know what I mean? Shout outs to all my other bloggers who, you know what I'm saying, put a lot of time and effort into this, you know what I'm saying, and inspired me, the people that been here the longest, inspired me to do this blogging thing. So definitely shout out to you guys. But yeah, December 15th, I'll be there. See y'all next Sunday when we play when we play Detroit. And yeah, man, we'll see. This your boy, fucking Raider. You already know our slogan. Raiders, Raiders. Y'all be safe out there. Enjoy y'all week. And if anything happens, definitely I'll touch in and let y'all know my thoughts and opinions on that. So, yeah. Peace.
5 years in the game, man, you got over a dozen albums. I mean, what do you feel like, or how do you feel like the game has changed?